Hey everyone, it's Ria. Thanks for coming back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought we'd do something a little different. I just got back last week from a really fun trip to Disney World. My best friend and I took part in the Wine and Dine Run Disney event. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But when I was going there, I realized, I had to think about what bags I wanted to pack, what bags I wanted to make. And it got me thinking about, a lot of people ask questions around what bags should you bring to theme parks or make for your trip to theme parks. And you can see I have a few bags that I've made for my theme park trips. I go down to Disney World usually at least a couple times a year, 2, 3 maybe. Try to hit Universal once every couple years. Will hopefully be there next year. And so, yes, I have some bags that I always make new because you have to always make a new bag for a trip, right? I mean, it's just required. But there are some that I reach for every time. And there's some, as you can see, I maybe used for a specific trip because I knew we were doing something. I'll have it there in case I want to use again. So I have a huge amount here. I do actually also have some in Florida for me. I have something called an owner's locker, which is a huge crate that is there. It's a service that's provided by Owner's Locker. And in that I have a couple of bags too, so I don't always have to bring some. So what I thought I would show you today would be the bags that I'm using right now regularly, the ones that I always take with me, the ones I always reach for travel day, day in the parks, things like that. And then also talk about some of the other bags that I've used over the years because my needs have changed. I used to travel with younger kids, so I needed to pack more in my bag for that. Now it tends to be just me or me and a friend, and I don't need as much. So I thought we would just take a look at what I've got. So let's start first with travel day. When I am traveling down to Orlando, I will need a purse. And so this will be the purse that I bring with me every time. Every single time for travel day. I will often use it in the parks as well, but at a minimum, it's my travel day purse. And it's the one with More Me Know. I do have a video on this already, how to adjust this to be a travel purse as opposed to just the normal and sort of certain changes you can make. I haven't done all of that to this one because I didn't feel I needed to, but I have made some modifications. It still has the normal pocket in the front. I just happen to use a riveted magnetic snap, so you would see that there. But same pocket here, same zipper here, same pocket in the back, though I did put a magnetic snap there. Inside, I've changed it a bit. It has a zipper closure because I do want to be able to travel easily on a flight and not worry about things coming out. I've got hopefully you can see in here, there we go, a cargo slip pocket on one side. And then on the other side, I have both a zipper pocket, I don't know how we'll be able to see it, a zipper pocket and a slip pocket as well, a divided clear slip pocket, because I want to be able to have as much in here as possible. There might be times when I'm going down there where I'm going to go to the hotel, drop up my stuff, and then go straight to the parks. And this way I can have lots of space for whatever I might need. So this is 100% my travel day purse. I can also fit my tablet in here. I do need to keep the zipper panels up, but I can fit that. I can fit a lot in here. And sometimes if it's just me traveling, I will just use this. I won't even use another bag when I'm on the plane because it makes it so much easier to get on and off if you just have one bag. So this is a must for me. For Disney, for any trip, I use this. I do often, though, carry a backpack with me on the flight as well, and that's when I'm going to use this backpack. So this is a Guardian backpack by Lynn's Handmade. It is modified. I do tend to modify mine a little bit, not a ton. I mean, obviously the basic structure is the same. I added bigger pockets on the side so that I can put a water bottle in there, and I don't have one here. Trust me, it will fit a water bottle. Not a massive one, more of a standard size water bottle. It'll fit in there. And so I add that. I like to have this pocket on the front because sometimes you just want to be able to reach for hand wipes or napkins or something along those lines. And that's what I put in there. Nothing that I would be concerned about someone stealing. So that's why I've got that both for travel day and if I bring it into the parks for some reason. So I've got that all set there. I do also then on the back have it set. So as you can see, I have my straps removable. This is pretty common for me. Not always. In fact, I have one here where I didn't do that. But I like to have these removable, and then I can use one of these if I want for my shoulder strap. But I just like that, to be able to do that there. Otherwise, inside I change it a little bit too. I can open it. I like to have a zipper pocket on the flap right here. Again, little things. I then also put a zipper pocket in the back, and then I've got a divided slip pocket. I tend to do those as cargo these days too, but this was one I made a number of years ago. And so I really like carrying this if I need something on the plane. I like that with this more, obviously it's not completely square, but having a squared off backpack as opposed to a round backpack, which is a little maybe more normal for, especially for ones that we look for Disney. I can easily fit more things in here. I did use this also for a while when I was traveling with younger people, and that way I could easily put in maybe some snacks. Depending on how young they were, I would put in a change of clothes, flip-flops if it's a rainy day. Take off those shoes, put on the flip-flops, or if you're going on a water ride, gotta do that so the shoes don't get all wet. Umbrellas fit nicely on the sides here. That's the other thing too, if I'm not worried about putting water bottles in there. But I definitely, now that I'm thinking about it, back in the day, I would travel often with my nephew because he was the only one who would go with me there. And we each had our own water bottle, and we had a drill. He knew the drill. When it was time to fill it up, he'd take one out, go fill it up at the fountain, put it in, get the other one out, fill it up at the fountain. That was what we did. And so, yeah, so this has been great for all of that. I still use it. I used this on my trip that I just took because if I'm going to Disney, I've got to carry a Disney backpack. This is made with cotton lycra. I did treat this afterwards because I thought it's a backpack. It's going to get some wear and tear, so I did use like a Scotch guard. But know that you can make things out of cotton lycra because sometimes they have really fun prints, really vibrant prints. Just to remove the stretch, you want to interface it. I know some people have said they're fine using something like SF101 or an equivalent. I prefer, if I can, to use something like SoFuse Plus to make it just a little bit stiffer, but works perfectly well. This one, that's really all it is, so it has a lot of slouch factor because if it's not overly full, I want to be able to jam it somewhere, like under the seat in front of me. So if there's a little less in there, you can at least squinch up a little bit. But yeah, this is one, as I said, I still take with me every time. So that is a common one. I do also take this little Guardian. This is a new one I made a couple years ago. I'm trying to remember, I think this might be at 75%. I don't think it's 85. 85 is the number I normally love for anything, but I think I made this one smaller. It's so cute, isn't it? I did make this one thinking of it more as a little purse. Obviously, you're not going to fit much in it. You might fit a small water bottle inside, no pockets. But as you can see, I made it still with the side connectors so that I could wear it as a purse. But I did also put on the back the D-rings so that if I wanted to wear this as a backpack, I could. This will slide through the D-ring here, and then it's a really long strap, longer than what I would normally use for a crossbody strap, so that I could comfortably wear it kind of long and slouchy on my back if I wanted to. But this one was just for fun. Again, this was just kind of a purse one, but I like the idea of being able to have more in here if possible. I still put a little pocket in here. In case I could fit a small water bottle, I put an elastic cord here, and I do have a little elastic pocket, or mesh pocket here and here, so it does help to hold some things. Obviously not carrying a lot, and this would not be one I probably would carry if it were just me, or if it was me with kids, because I'd need to carry more. But I thought super cute, and these glow, and the dots, I painted the dots on, and some of them glow in the dark as well, so it's kind of fun to see. But this is my little one. I think I know a lot of people like to carry Loungeflies or some of the other little bags like that, little backpacks. And there are great patterns if you really want one, like something along those lines. I think the one right now, which is closest to what a Loungefly would look like, is the Dreamer Pack by Fierce Kittens. That one is so cute. I haven't made it yet. I would like to try making it. There are other mini backpacks that are really great as well. I just decided to make the Guardian into a mini backpack. And so there you go. I can whip through these so quickly, so it was an easy one for me to do. So this is one I do actually bring with me with some frequency as well. I love to bring that one. Thought I'd show you, this is the one that I just most recently made for myself, and I think is going to become probably the norm for a while, at least for quite some time. And this is a Frank Jr. by Sincerely Jen. Right, the one with Mormina was also Sincerely Jen, if I didn't say that. I did get hooked on this recently. I've only made one other one, but I did buy the templates because I know I'm going to be making more. It's just, it's a really nice, small, but it's compact, but it can really hold a lot. You can see it's got a nice depth to it. I could put my phone here in the front. In fact, where's my phone? Let's look at it. Sorry, if I can reach behind me. There we go. So if I wanted to, I could put that right here. I have the Galaxy S25 Plus, so it's not the biggest phone out there, but it's a decent sized phone. It normally also has a back pocket. I know I'm not going to use it, so I left that off because I use the front. But in the inside, let's see, you can see, I changed the pattern a little bit. It has a zip pocket here. I just made it a clear zip pocket because it was faster and I'm lazy and I didn't feel like doing the whole thing. But at least that way I can see, you know, if I have lip balm or something along those lines. And otherwise it's just a nice sized purse. I mean, it'll easily fit that. I might be able to fit a small water bottle going this way, make sure the cap is on. But yeah, I thought this is just such a cute pattern. I like the idea of something a little smaller for me these days. I don't need the big bags anymore. There we go. So this one just made it. Can't wait to use this on my next trip. This one is obviously not a Disney bag, but I'm using it because I wanted to show it. It's the Catalina by Ora Rosa Patterns. This is one where I have two of these in my owner's locker. So when for instance, when I was just down there now, I only packed my one with Mormino for the trip because I was trying to just save space in my bag. I knew I probably wasn't going to want to use it every day in the parks, and so I have a clear version of this made with an up pattern on it, and then I have a Star Wars version as well. We didn't go to Hollywood Studios, so we didn't go to Star Wars Land, didn't need that, but I used my up one. I love using that one. This is also a great size, so that's I'm sort of using it as the example. You can fit sort of a normal water bottle. If you were to buy a bottle of water in the parks, you can fit that in here. If you have a small umbrella, you can fit it in here. I mean, you can fit a lot in here, and it's a comfortable bag to wear. So this is another one I really highly recommend bringing. As you can see, I have a small version as well. Here's an 85%. I haven't made the mini Cata mainly because I already have templates for the 85%, and it's such a cute size as well. So this is just another one I made years and years ago. Okay, not that many. I've only been sewing since 2021, so it couldn't have been that many. But I took my nephew to Disney on Ice, and so I made myself a bag for that. And then the other thing that I tend to bring with me every time will be one of these two Pocket Pals. I don't really need a lot in the way of wallets. I mean, I do, as you can see, have purse pals as well. I don't usually bring these with me. They're just, I have made them. Sometimes I will bring this one with me if I'm bringing cash, and it's easier to fit cash in this than in this. But these are typically all I have. Now, I will admit, I've also just recently made the Nana Banana. Yeah, made by Elle. It's such a cute little pattern. And this one I made with a vinyl that I just think was a little too soft. It's cute. It is a Disney print, but I think I'm going to make another one with a vinyl that's a little stiffer. I think it'll just work a little better like I did with these. But that's all I need. I mean, I hardly use my credit card when I'm there. Even if I'm staying at a Disney resort, I will often use my Magic Band and charge things back to the room. Otherwise, yeah, I will use a credit card, or I suppose I could use my phone as well. So if I bring anything, I'll be these, and I just have a few cards in them then, and my driver's license. And so those are the normal things I bring these days. Again, it's usually just me traveling or me with a friend, so I don't have to carry a lot for anyone but myself. But back in the day, let me just move these out of the way. Back in the day when I did travel with my nephews, because as I said, first with my first nephew Max, and then his younger brother Connor, they're the ones who wanted to go with me. I mean, my husband didn't want to go with me. My stepson didn't want to go because he was getting too old by the time we were going. So I had to find a kid who would go, and my nephew. And so I made bags that were specific to our trip, but also so that I could carry a lot. And so let's actually start with one, which clearly is not Disney, but Harry Potter. I did this one for our trip to Universal. It is larger than a normal Guardian. Here, let's look at this one. I think you can see it's larger. Let me put it like this. Hopefully you can see. It's hard because it's slouchy. You can see I'm holding it up, but even so, if I were to lift it, you can see it's a little taller, it's a little wider. I can't remember how much larger I made it. I made it a little bit larger because I was wanting to carry at the time, as I said, things for my nephew. So I did have 2 water bottles, so I wanted that. I wanted to be able to carry his flip-flops. I usually had a little first aid kit that I carried in case we needed something and didn't want to have to go to a store while we were there to find a little gift shop. I carried sometimes lunch. The first year I was packing lunch for us every day, so I needed to have space for a little lunch bag as well. All of those little things. And so I needed the space. I will admit also the first year we went and I had a Disney one that was this large, I needed it because I wanted my ears to fit inside. I'm not as concerned about that anymore, but I wanted them to fit nicely in. And so I made a slightly larger version. This one, and as you can see with most of my Guardians, still has a pocket. I just made it a hidden pocket right here. So still have the pocket here. Just checking to see if I have anything in there. And it goes down pretty deep, so you really can fit a lot in there. And that was handy in case I needed him to try to help me get anything out. I could bend down, keep it on my back, and he could reach inside and pull out something there. Then again, the removable straps, as you can see, and let's just open this up. And like before, I do still have a pocket here. I have a mesh pocket here. I have another mesh pocket here. This one only has the divided pockets here, but this was a great size for everything we needed. It really worked super well. Again, this is cotton lycra. Same thing I did again. I mean, I just happen to have those panels and looks really pretty. This is also a great way on bags like this to use some of those decorative, I guess they're magnetic snaps. The intent isn't for them to be purely decorative. I like to use them in a purely decorative manner most of the time. So this was a magnetic snap, which I moved there. Did I use one already here? No, nothing else yet has had a magnetic snap, but very common for me to do something like that. And so, yeah, as you can see, that's Guardian number 3 that we've had. I did have one other, which I don't have anymore, so I've actually had 4 Guardians. Let's just pretend we've seen that. So that's another one that I've made. Again, brought it for the trip. I did also find, and we'll pull out this one first, that the Fun Bobby by Sincerely Jen is also a great backpack to use if you're needing to pack a lot of stuff. I mean, based on the shape, I mean, what's lovely about this is you can get into it from the top. So much space. So I don't even remember. I think most of this is what was common to the pattern. I'm always adding pockets, so I don't know. So I've got 2 zipper pockets. I'm pretty sure that was part of it. I've got a divided slip pocket made out of fabric back here, and then I put one out of mesh over here. And as you can see, I did pockets on the side again so that I could fit water bottles. But yeah, so again, as before, this one does have that pocket in the front, as it always did, and great place to use some fun decorative hardware. You can see how I use magnets again. But as I said, this is one where he could go in and get something out and I could leave it on and he wouldn't have to go here if he needed to. But I could fit so much. Definitely can fit lunch in here, can fit umbrellas in here. You can fit a ton in this. And you can see here's what I've got on the back. I've got the straps, as you can see, like this, so that I can take them off, use them from the side if I need to. I wouldn't normally put them on the side, even with the Guardians. That's really more if I just needed to give my shoulders a break for a little bit, because it really, if you think about it, wearing this on your shoulders, you're doing a better job distributing the weight across it, so it's not going to be as heavy as it would be on one shoulder. But sometimes you just need a little change, and so got that. These are long enough that I could make it into a crossbody, so I could wear it that way if I needed to for a little bit. But yeah, I love this. I love this. I loved this top part, so you could do something a little fun. As you can see, I did use some of these decorative magnets up here as well. Yeah, this has been a great one. Even though I don't necessarily need to bring this much with me all the time anymore, it's one that I'll just keep because you never know when I might need my Star Wars themed really big backpack. So this is one that I brought on that on trips with my nephews, as was this one. And to show you how crazy I am when it comes to this, I brought both of those, both this and the Star Wars one, on the same trip. I packed them, I packed stuff in them, but I wanted to be able to go to the parks and, you know, have the right backpacks for the day and bags. So with the Star Wars one, I had the matching purse that I mentioned is in Orlando. With this one, I have the matching purse, which is in Orlando. But same thing as before, cotton panel. Still using our cotton lycra panel, but you can see I did all of the normal things that I did on the other, and I just have straps again that I could take off and use as shoulder straps if I needed to. So again, Fun Bobby by Sincerely Jen is a great bag if you're traveling with kids. Maybe not, well, you could use this as a diaper bag, but you probably will have a separate one if you're bringing someone who needs a diaper bag. And this is more, let's say you're bringing slightly older kids who don't need quite as much, so you can pack stuff for yourself, stuff for them, all in here really, really easily. So definitely recommend this. I'm trying to think, which would I prefer? Oh, this one or the Guardian? If I was bringing someone who's maybe 5, 6, 7. I think having used them both, I might recommend this one first if they're younger, just because I think you tend to bring more. You tend to bring the little things that they can do while they're waiting in line. You know, I always had little autograph books for them to sketch in, to, you know, while we're waiting for food, and crayons. I brought things for us to do when we were in the parks if we were just sitting and taking a break when they're younger, because they need help entertaining themselves. And so I think this is good. I think as they get a little older and don't need quite as much of that, then the Guardian is great. You still have space for a number of things in there, but not quite as much. You may be, and if you're packing a lunch, I think this one will be much better. This one was one, just show another Guardian that I made. Again, always have that pocket across the front. This one is for Disneyland, obviously. I mean, if you didn't know, this is the Main Street Electrical Parade. And it was a lot of fun to make. Again, use of decorative hardware there. One thing to note, you can see it, I mean, it's fun and it's got sparkles. I would say if you're going to make a pocket on the sides like I did here for a water bottle, don't use glitter vinyl on the side, because you're not going to get that water bottle inside. It's going to keep sticking to it. So that was the one thing. I can't actually use this side for the water bottle. It's just fine. I'll just put other stuff in it. Not the one I brought. Maybe if I had a narrower one, it might fit. But for sort of the normal size one that I had, I couldn't get it in. So it's fine. This is one of the few ones where I actually attached the straps. I don't usually do that for myself. I like to have them removable, but I attached it. And hopefully there's nothing. Yeah, there we go. Made it very, very basic. I think this is one I was doing pretty quickly before a trip. You know, one of those, oh, I'm going in 2 days. I guess I need a whole new Guardian backpack because I don't have enough backpacks already. And so that's why I made this one. Because I was going to Disneyland. I mean, I have to have a separate backpack for Disneyland, obviously. So there you go. So yeah, again, Guardian backpack. Now this one is one that actually, it's a little squinched. It's one which I think is really easy to modify to be whatever you want, to theme it to what you might be doing in the parks. This is the Magdalena by Ora Rosa. This one, as you can see, is themed to Kevin from Up. Last year for Halloween, I'll try to find a photo and put it in. My husband and I were Kevin and Russell from Up when we went to the Halloween party at Magic Kingdom. And you had to have the purse. So what I like about the Magdalena is you don't have to necessarily have, let's back up and talk about what the Magdalena is. It's obviously a round bag. It's one that has a pocket in the front, normally also has a pocket in the back. For a person, would have handles. I removed the handles because I decided to use it primarily just as a backpack, as you can see. So I have a strap here, nice wide strap, and I put a big D-ring here. There we go, so you can see. And I made it convertible so I could take off the strap on the connectors here, and I could use the side ones if I wanted to use it as a purse. And so I didn't want to have the handles on there. I will find a photo because I don't have it right here. It's still sort of with some of the stuff I have to put away from the last trip. But I made 2 of these really quickly before the last trip. For my friend and myself, we were Joy and Sadness from Inside Out for this year's Halloween party. And so I made us core memory bags. Same thing. I made them basically exactly the same way. I omitted the front pocket because I wanted it to just look like a ball. And so, but I did put the connectors on the back the same way I did here. And inside, I've got Band-Aids in there. I've got a clear pocket on this one. I didn't have time to put pockets on ours, if I recall. There are no pockets on the core memory ones because I really did do it that quickly. But otherwise, it's just a big purse. But it's great. It's great because, again, I could fit a water bottle in here. I could fit just about everything I need. And you really can customize this. And then the last one I have here is the Christy from Lynn's Handmade. This is one which I just thought it was a cute pattern and thought, hey, let's just make a new bag for myself. So I did this on one of the trips. It does have the 2 pockets here. So you could slide your wallet in, or maybe not your wallet. I don't like to put that there, but if you're just moving around and want to quickly have your phone somewhere so you can easily get it, you could put that there. I have made one with a pocket in the back as well. It does get pretty thick, but it's doable. And then you can see I have the kind of fun strap connectors there. And inside, it's pretty basic. I put in a zipper pocket here and then a slip pocket on that side to just help keep things organized. I probably should have, let me go show it again. I should have probably separated that because it tends to flop open, but it's fine. Yeah, I just thought, especially with the little grab handle when you're getting on and off rides, that's something to consider, something that you can easily grab because you may not be able to put your backpack on right away, but it's nice to be able to just hold it and get off the ride. And so yeah, this was just a really nice one to get or to have for a trip. So you can see, let me bring some of them back up. These are all of my Disney bags and Universal. I did actually have a purse also for my trip to Universal, and I don't know where it went. I've got a Harry Potter one for that. Let's just bring some of these back up. But, if you're a bag maker, make something for yourself. Don't consider it a selfish sew. Just consider it a sew and make something fun for your trips because why not? I think, as I said, I've sort of varied these as my needs changed. And so think about the different patterns out there. There are lots of backpack patterns. Just find the one that you think will work best for you and look at how maybe you can customize it a little as well. Maybe put in some extra pockets, use something for like a waterproof lining because bottles open all the time. So think about that too. I did use cotton lycra on the exterior for things, but as I mentioned, I treated those. I think I would, if you were using a fabric, I would think about that. Just know things get really messy at the park sometimes, so just be aware it could get stained. So maybe either treat it or use a material that you'll be able to wipe off. And just have some fun with it. Have some fun with the hardware. Magnetic snaps are great. Have some fun. This took a long time, but you can see it's really pretty cute. So hopefully this kind of gave you some inspiration, helped you think about different types of bags that you can bring with you on your trips to theme parks. And if you've got suggestions for other people for bags that you've made and you think would be great for people to use, please put it in the comments below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.